I heard you talk about the fact that for Whose Line, your first two auditions didn't go through. Is that correct?
Um, Let me think now. My first one didn't go through
Okay.
because the improv was it was being filmed in Britain at that point. It was still a new art form in Britain, so they wanted to get more experienced improvisers. So they came to North America, and they
Hmm.
had sort of cross country auditions. I was at Second City at that point. They saw our show, they liked everyone, so they had us audition the next morning at 8. If you're going to be a producer, never have auditions at 8 in the morning.
Yeah, that's a good step.
Yeah, especially for comedy. So, because we had been working as a cast for a long time, we did what you're supposed to do in improv. Everyone was supporting each other, so nobody really stood out. The scenes were great, but as I said, we worked as an ensemble, so none of us got cast.
Hmm.
The next year, we had moved down to LA. My wife Deb had created a show that was being done down there. The Whose Line people came through again. I auditioned with people I didn't know, and it was like, hey, well, screw you, look at me. An important lesson for the kids out there. So I got it. My first show with Whose Line, though, I just sucked. I totally psyched myself out. I'd met the people was improvising with on the show like an hour before we were taping, and they were all lovely and welcoming. But I thought I really know these people. Although I'm in a country that speaks the same language, will they get my references? So I was
Right.
very hesitant. I didn't jump in, and so I sucked. And luckily, the next year they were doing some shows in New York. My good friend Ryan Stiles was a part of it at that point. He said, "Give Colin another chance." And because we were shooting in New York, I felt more confident there. They also put me with Ryan, who I'd been working with at that point, I guess, over 10 years. And then it just sort of built from there.
Wow. So, I mean, what drew you back when it wasn't really working at first? Did you just have in the back of your mind the thought that it could work, or were you just innately drawn to it?
Um, well, I knew it could work. I knew that I had screwed myself. And I've found that throughout my career, um, there have been times I have been my own worst enemy, where I've gotten too into my head. And instead of what I've learned now is just do it. Just go out there and, you're depending on the people you work with, you're building up a relationship with them. And I knew I could do it. It just took my brain a little convincing.